Hey, so hello and welcome to everyone who's here. I am Bante Warapanyo. I'll be the meditation host for this evening, and this is the monk life community that is gathered together at this moment. This is our regular meeting time, 8 p.m. New York City time every day, and we're going to be focusing on practicing meditation today. So, some guidance, but plenty of silence too, is going to be the focus of our practice together. So, the first thing when showing up is always to get comfortable, kind of find your meditation position for your body, but also finding the meditation position for your mind. So, that's a certain quality of sincerity and wholesome intention to face, to be with, to attend to your body, your breath, your mind. Also, this intentionality of offering to ourselves unconditional love, so no judgment, and acceptance as well. So we can all find a comfortable position for our bodies. We can all find our meditation position. And also we may bring to mind what our intention is in being here. So why are we here? What is a reason for that? Are we at the right place? Do we want to practice meditation? Do we have that intention at this moment? And if we do find that we have the intention and the sincerity to practice meditation, go ahead and take a deep breath and bring that intention home to the body. Bring your awareness home to the body. And before we formally start with our meditation, we can see if anyone has a question or wants to share something or ask something, and we can just start by opening up the space for everyone to come in, get settled, and if anyone does have something that's quite alive for them at this moment, then we can be present for that. Anyone have a question or something they want to share?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I can share. It's like bubbling. Um, I actually visited a local Sangha this for Sunday service. Um, it's in Brooklyn, and they follow the Zazen.
Maybe
Yeah.
come a little bit closer to the microphone, a little bit difficult to hear, yeah.
Oh, okay. I said that I visited a Sangha this past Sunday in Brooklyn, the Fire Lotus Temple, and they followed the Mountain River group. Yeah, upstate New York. So anyway, it was a beautiful service. It was nice to be, in person with people. And thanks for the resource page and the suggestion because it's going to make a big difference, for me to have a community now. So I'm excited.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Okay, so we've got a full house. So today, let's exercise, let's practice um, with a little bit more silence than usual, perhaps. The really basic practice of meditation is that we find our solid, simple, stable meditation position. We can be upright, strong back, soft front. We can have a clear intention in our mind that we want to practice, that we want to train our mind, that we want to see the truth, that we want to participate in deep listening. And at that time, we start just by getting comfortable, getting settled into the space that we're in. There's a certain mental space that we're in, right? Maybe related to the day or the week or the year or the life that we've been living. So we get attenuated to that. We kind of find out where we are at this present moment. And the same with the body. We we notice kind of what is the state, what is the position and the situation that our body is in right now. And we wiggle around a little bit, get comfortable. At that time when we start to find our solidity and our sincerity in this moment, it's at this time that we apply the meditation method. So a good meditation method, skillful meditation method, can be following the breath, okay? This awareness of breathing. We tend to want everything to be complicated, or, we don't even like things to be for free. If something's cheap, we know it's not good. If something's expensive, we know that it's going to be good, right? So that's also kind of goes for things being complicated. We want to have a complicated experience. We want some kind of stimulation. So when it comes to applying the meditation method, it's a little bit difficult to get used to because it's not meant to be expensive. It's not meant to be complicated. It's not meant to be convoluted in any way. Okay? Finding our platform of the body and mind at this moment, we can begin to listen to the breath, to follow the breath as it's happening. We can close our eyes if it's comfortable to do it. And simply begin listening to, attending to the breath. It doesn't matter if you're controlling the breath. It doesn't matter if you're breathing deeply or if there's tension. None of this matters. But listening to the breath as it flows in deep down through the nostrils and the head into the throat, all the way down into the lungs and the stomach. As we follow the breath, as we listen to the breath as it goes deeply into the body, we also listening to the body. We notice the effect that the breath has in the body. Following the breath as it flows in and flows out. Now, as you start to practice this, becoming aware of breathing and becoming aware of the body, appreciate breathing. Appreciate the experience of your body. There's a joy when we look without assumption, without desire. There's a kind of natural joy that comes up in relationship to being aware of our body. The breath can become this kind of joyful experience. So we should enjoy the breath and feel that enjoyment in our body. If we don't feel enjoyment necessarily, at least we can feel an appreciation for breathing, a kind of gratefulness for the breath coming into the body and going out. Just following the breath as it flows in through the nose, goes deep into the body, and flows out. Enjoy and appreciate the breath and the body at this moment. we just come back. We just restart and refresh. Just sitting. Whatever comes up, just like a knock on the door, we answer it. We answer the distraction, the thought, the feeling in the body with our awareness, with our deep listening, with our just sitting, just breathing, just being aware. And we breathe as deeply as we need to. The breath is like a refuge, an anchor point. We've spent our whole lives doing this and doing that. Right now, better to do nothing. Just sit, just breathe, just be aware. Try to notice without reacting. If there is a feeling of uncomfortableness or movement or tension in the face, be curious and use the breath as this way to listen, to look at whatever is arising, whatever is coming up. Following the breath with your attention as it flows in through the nostrils and flows out. Gentle, kind awareness. Gentle, kind, noticing. No past, no future, just gentle, kind breathing and being aware. At times, the mind may become a little bit energized, a little bit out of the body. So at that time, simply take a deep breath and bring the mind home to the body. Gentle, kind, just breathing and being aware. Find the body at this present moment. Listen to the heart. Listen to the breath as it flows in and flows out. And apply your patience. Apply your kindness, your gentleness. Just breathing, just aware. Even if you do not see the path, you do not see it as you walk on it. Just sitting, breathing, and being aware. listening to the breath, listening to the body, not giving so much importance to our reactivity, not forcing ourselves to stay in one position or state of mind. Just for a moment listening to exactly what the body is telling us right now. Breathing in a way that comforts and soothes. And just being with whatever's happening right now. Just breathing. Just following the breath as it flows in and flows out. Okay, so we can all take a bow and can massage our face and our head. And stretch out any place where you felt some pain or tightness or numbness. You can stretch out and massage that area. Be generous with your self-massage and your stretching out. moving slowly and mindfully. After meditation is quite a good time, quite an ideal time to see seeing, and to hear hearing, and to breathe breathing. So take your liberties with doing exactly that. And to stretching. Okay, so let's take some time for questions or sharing experience. You can share about your meditation experience, or you can ask a question. Doesn't have to be to me necessarily. You can ask a question to the community as well. Go ahead, Britt. Maybe you can share about your meditation experience if you're comfortable.
Yeah. So as I mentioned during our Buddha book club, I have tending to get racing mind and intrusive thoughts. And so I imagined a circle as I breathed in, and then I would hold it briefly in my chest and then softly out. And I just kept returning to that circle. And occasionally I would doze or I would, realize I was thinking about something. And generally, I would kind of shake it off and try and think like thinking. But as you mentioned, trying to be gentle with myself. And instead of, thinking, or just, I just would remind myself this circle of breathing. And I never thought I could sit for 40 or 50 minutes until recently. So it's good practice.
Thank you for sharing that.
Hi, I have a question. Why do we sometimes, despite being aware of what we should be doing or should not be doing, still make decisions that it's not good for us? For example, we know we should not be overeating or over drinking, consuming alcohol, these things, but yet we still do them. So how do we ensure we make the right decisions?
I think we keep showing up to our life with a good intention, and we take difficulties and mistakes as lessons on the path, not as an excuse to beat up on ourselves, and also not as a reification or a reinforcement of this, this notion of a self to begin with. Who are you? Who am I? I think the meteor flying through space will have something quite significant to say about it, right? Or it could. We all vanish in an instant. So how I approach it is to keep showing up with the right intention, keep putting forth the right effort, and when I make the mistake, it's a recognition of the importance of my intention and the importance of my effort, and to come back to that. If we don't make mistakes, we don't learn deeply that those mistakes are not, that those ways of living are not suitable for us in any way. So keep trying. Maybe someone else has something to share about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like you trip and fall. And, are you bad, or are you wrong, or do you need to become, do you need to develop a condition because you recognize that you trip and fall? No, it's great that you recognize that. And we can't necessarily control that all the time. We think about some decision that we make that's unskillful. Well, anything can happen. We can lose a loved one. We can lose all these things that we value. So it's just a reminder to be more careful, more skillful, more clear about what our intentions are, and to put forth more effort in doing the right things. We know about doing the wrong things. We know about using the power of selfishness, the power of our desire, or the power of our fear. So we have to get involved in using the power of, what is this? Seeing only, hearing only, experiencing only. So it's important. These mistakes are important. They really teach us a lot. And Catherine said, over on YouTube, Catherine said, falling in love with yourself can take time. Keep showing up for you. You are worth it. Yeah, Anna?
I think sometimes we we enter in the same mistakes because of habit. It's our habits. It's a pattern, a thinking pattern. Even if I know that what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking is just an illusion, I keep doing it because I have years and years and many, many times doing it. So I need to be patient with myself and observe and wait and try again. And it is just that the power of habit. And with time, it gets easier to stop and observe and to act instead of react. I think it's that.
Okay, someone shared also, sometimes those bad decisions can humble us, which is quite a gift, right? To be more humble. We see, I think I'm this enlightened monk or this wise person, wealthy person, skillful person, intelligent person, and then we make a mistake, or we cause a problem for ourselves or for others, and we're like, there's no room for me. There's no real need for me to be arrogant and be, self-important. I'm easy to make a mistake. And John doesn't have a mic. John said, I think the important thing is to think about is the reasoning and the mindset behind the action. Like, for example, you decide to eat unhealthy. Is there anxiety or some other emotion involved? The best course of action is to cultivate self-mindfulness. And then that also goes to Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings, Thay's teaching about no mud, no lotus, no mistakes, no flowers. It's those mistakes that become this soil for our flowers, for our goodness to grow. I'm sure many people here have made a lot of mistakes that have caused suffering to themselves and to other people. And that's probably why they're here, tending to the garden, planting these seeds. So mistakes are quite important. You don't need to go out of your way to make a mistake. You'll make it, but they are important. Anyone else like to share their meditation experience? How about Steve? Steve, you comfortable to share?
Yes, I'm comfortable to share, but I don't know that I have a thought beyond. I was thinking about my gratefulness towards this community. I have had a really full day today of things with this community from this morning through now, and it was a really wonderful day.
We are empowering and supporting each other on the path, so we can all be very grateful. This really is just like the online meditation center for the mind, right? This online Sangha, and sometimes we having so many events, you have to make sure you're skillful with Discord, because sometimes it's the people who are members of our community who are facilitating sessions and hosting sessions, and you can utilize that as well. And hopefully, as we all continue practicing together, we can support each other more in facilitating and hosting and doing these different things. If you can show up here, then you can show up for someone else as well. So it's kind of that's how I approach it. This is a place of practice for me, of course. I mean, life is a practice, but also, and this is focused on meditation, but also a kind of generosity and doing good deeds, all wrapped up into one. So we all have that opportunity here. By showing up here as a participant, we give someone else the opportunity to be empowered by their doing good deeds, right? They're really helping others. They're really working with others. And in showing up to facilitate, we're empowered by those people, or the participants are empowered by the facilitators. So it's a really good thing that we've got going on here to support each other. Where did it come from? Where is it going? It's here now. So we can enjoy it. Okay, Simcha, you want to share? You like to share something?
Hi, Bante. I don't know if I have a lot to share. It was a good meditation session, much needed. I've got a lot of scheduled things coming up with school starting again, and so trying to show up, make a routine out of things is really helpful.
Okay, thank you, Simcha. Anyone else want to share something or ask a question? Okay. Make sure I'm not missing any. It says several people are typing, so take a moment to see what they're typing. Ayla says thank you. And we'll close off with we'll finish up with a chant that we haven't done before. Okay, TT says this session and the other ones are always very comfortable. Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you, TT. John says during meditation I can feel joy, sort of like a warmth that permeates the body and mind. That's very good. The joy, as I've heard Ajahn Brahm say it, that enjoyment that we feel in meditation invites us to be interested and be curious and to kind of look closer. And that's really essential in our practice. So we have to have that. We have to have that joy. We have to have that appreciation. Gabe says today's session for me, was very helpful. Some things related to family, the hot weather, school, starting Heaven has given me a lot on my mind. Okay. So we're going to finish up today with a chant that we haven't done before. This is going to be chanting of the Bodhisattva vows. So this is a vow that we take to kind of not only become enlightened for ourselves, but to become enlightened for all beings. And it's quite easy to chant these. And I'm going to can I put it on the screen? I can't copy and paste it for some reason. So I'm going to put it on the screen, and you can follow there. That's the one. All right, that's not the perfect way to do it, but that's what we're going to do. So these 4 bodhisattva vows are creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sounds good, right? So we can all bring our hands together and we will chant this verse together. And maybe the first time you can listen to how I say it, and then you can try to follow along. Okay? Okay. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Thank you all for being here, for joining. Lovely to see you all this evening here in Virginia. Tomorrow we have a pretty full day. We have our regular 10 a.m. group class, and then we have the meditation class for my follower in Vietnam on Zoom. And then I share that live on YouTube, so you can join along if you like. And then in the evening, tomorrow we will have our Buddha Book Club. Okay, at the 8 p.m. New York City time. All right, and if you ever have any questions or are unsure about our schedule or what's going on, just reach out to me or one of the helper here in the community and they will let you know about it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you. You so much.
All right. YouTubers, don't forget to like. Don't forget to leave a like, YouTubers. Glad that you're all able to join us. Okay, bye-bye.